and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to solve the Atomix. My main reason of doing this is because there was like 4 tutorials, so I might as well make another one. But first thing we need to talk about is how it turns. Of course, there's these things, all of these that turn and rotate, but really how you mix it up is by, you have this line down the center, like that. So you just turn it like that, and then you move the beads, and you're able to mix it up like that. And I'm just gonna mix it up real quick, because it did say Atomix tutorial, not just how to mix it up. So, and there, I'd say this is okay. Just, I need to, all right. So, first off, you need to get all the yellow and greens out of these top and bottom layers. Or if you have the same cube, but it's not green and yellow that are in the top and bottom, and it's like green and blue or something like that, you just get all the green and blue out. But first things first is, what you need to do is you turn it, then push it out. But you may notice that right here, that just put another green one in. So what you need to do is, when you do that, you try to make sure that when you turn it, it doesn't get another green one in this half circle. So what you do is you move it over and offset it by 1, and then turn it, and then move it there, and you don't have any other ones in the top and layer. But for the bottom, that's completely different. So if you turn it like that and then move it by 2, you notice, well, that gets these 2 in the top layer, and we don't want that. So when you want to get this one out, make sure, of course, when you turn this up, you have at least 2, because that's how much we're moving out. You have 2 right there, 2 of them right there. That way when you push it in, it pushes these 2 out. But you also want it so where when you turn it up, there's 2 right here that you're also able to have. That way it doesn't have 2 yellows there, or even just 1. That way when you go up, you're able to push it by 2. That pushes out that yellow. Then you're able to turn it back down. And then for this, you're able to do the same thing. Make sure, okay, 2 right there. But is there 2 right here? No. So offset it where there's 2 blues. And then turn it up. Move them out of the way. Oh. Yeah, some of you may notice that it is a pain to turn. So once you have that, you will notice there's not any yellows and greens in the top and bottom layers. So the next part you need to do is you want to get all of the green and yellows in one line. So basically, you have 4 rings. You have 2 small ones and 2 big ones. You want to get all these in one big one. So right here, there's some in that one, but some in that one. Now here, what you need to do is you want to have the biggest line of beads on the bottom. And then you want to take the second biggest. If your second biggest is on the same ring as your biggest, just ignore that. Just take the biggest on the other one. So what you need to do is you need to get all these and all of these in the same layer, like they talked about. But if you couldn't just turn it right there, because that doesn't align them at all. So what you need to do is you need to turn it so where your biggest is by the line on, but in the back. That way, when you turn it up, it lines up all of those. So then you turn that right there, and then turn it back down. But And then you do it for the same. You do one entire move. Make sure that there's one on the back. And then you turn it by one. But some of you may notice that that pushes one of it out of the back. So what you do is you offset it by one. Do the whole turn. And then put it in. Then when you turn it back, that aligns that one too. So then you move it right there. But this one, you notice that it's not one you're putting in. So you don't just do it by one. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So you move it by 1, 2, 3, 4. Do one whole turn, and then turn it back. And then there's that one last one. So then you're going to do one whole turn, and then turn it back. But you may notice that sometimes like right here, they're separated, and they're not just one big smooth line. So what you do right there, you just put one in instead of two, and then move over there, then offset it by one, do a whole turn, put that one in, and then turn it back down. And now you have all of them in one ring. The next thing you want to do is you want to try to have, I know we just put all of them in one ring, but you want to have an equal amount of beads in each layer. Like for this one, you want to have 8 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there too. So then you just do one whole turn. And then you have separated them. But now, once again, you're going to put 4 on each side. But for the bottom ring, you want to put those 4 on the back. So you see, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. That way, there is 4 on this side, 4 on that side on the back, 4 on this side, 4 on that side on the other back. And so far in this video, you have only been doing whole turns. Now you're only going to move it by 2 clicks. 1, 2. And then you want to put all these beads in that half circle. Don't worry, because if you put those 4 beads in one half circle, that should affect the other side to have those 4 in the other half circle. So then you do that the same on this side. Again, it will make those in the half circle. Then just move it by 1, 2 clicks. And now you have all the yellow and greens and the top and bottom. Now what you want to do is solve the middle 2 layers. So once again, what you were trying to do in getting all of these in one side, you're going to take your biggest chunk of beads on the top, and then your biggest chunk of beads on the bottom. In this case, there's a lot of groups of 3, so I'm just going to go with this one. It doesn't really matter if you choose to solve blue on this side or red on this side. You can just choose whatever, but like I said, you're going to put that in the back so it's lined up on that line, and then do a whole turn, move in the 3, do a whole turn, and then now that there's 2, move that in, turn it back. Now that there's 2, you're going to offset it by 2, and then do a whole turn, put it back in, and now to right here, offset it by 2, put it back in. Now that there's 1 right there, offset it by 1, turn, and put it back in. And you just keep doing that for the entire time. Just don't forget to offset it, because then you're just going to go in an infinite loop, keep pushing ones back So now offset it and put that back in. Now you solved these 2 rings. Now, the next thing you need to do is solve the top and bottom 2. So what you need to do is you have to get them in groups of 4. So like 4 greens and 4 yellows. In this case, I'm just going to put green on the top. Let's see, like this one. But you always want to see, okay, if I turned it, you always want to think, if I turn this up, will that match up anything? I was trying to match up this speed with that, but turns out there was another beat. So I'm just going to turn it back down. But before you do, you want to try to think, if I turn it back down, I want to at least solve something with it. So if it turns it back down, it will knock out that one and solve that. But basically what happens is, okay, so I want to knock this one back there to solve it, but I also have a group of 2 right there. So I could just go like that and then turn it back. So basically what you're trying to do here is get one bead not solved on each side. So don't worry if it knocks out those, just make sure it knocks out 2 in a row. So you go like this, offset it, then make it go down, make sure it solves at least something, and then turn it back down there. So now what you want to do, you want to solve a 5th one with this, then offset it where there's 3 there, and then you want to think, if I turn it down, okay, there, it solves that. And now a lot of you guys that haven't learned 4x4 or maybe even 3x3, you would just turn like that, but that makes this one flopped, these 2 flopped. So instead, what you want to do is, this may sound crazy, but you want to line it up so that when you do a whole turn, it knocks that back into the back. But you want to turn it so that way when it comes back down, it solves it. And thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. If you want me to make another tutorial, please just bye.